Hi traders, this is Andrew. Just having a look at the euro dollar. This is a daily chart we've got up at the moment, and what we're looking at here is we've identified an area of potential resistance around this between sort of 3280 up to 3300 area. You can see we have this area of resistance across here. Look at the wicks on the chart. Yeah, right on the left hand side we have the rejection wicks here, support, then price comes back, acts as resistance a few times, comes back to support, then resistance, and now prices starting to rally back up. Now we've drawn the fibs from this swing high up here down to the swing low. That's the major swing that we're dealing with, and you can see we've identified an area around here, around the 62 level, with this key area of resistance. Now if we move over to the 4-hour chart, what I've done here is we've got the same swing down. Okay, so there's the swing we just looked at on the daily chart. We have a 62% fib level. You can see this area in here, very key level of support and resistance. Look how it flips across here, resistance becoming support, becoming resistance. And also in this level, in this area, we have, if we look at the fib projections from this swing high down to this low, we have a 162 fib level at the same sort of area as a 62. Okay, so in and around this area, remember these are zones we're dealing with, they're not specific numbers. Okay, what we're looking for is we're looking for particular patterns around these levels that will get us in with low risk. So if we move over to the hourly chart, just pay attention to that. Between sort of 3280 up to 3300 is the area of interest. Okay, so we move to the hourly chart. Here's the hourly chart, and let's just pop a line between 3280 okay and 3300. So 20 pip zone from the daily, not too bad. And we have price rallying up, it then drops off. You can see it finds support, and if we just move this forward, we now hit this area of potential resistance. Okay, so what we're looking for is we're looking for some sort of pattern up at this area. You could find possible butterfly patterns up here, but you can see what happens. We rally straight up to the 886 and then drop. Okay, so we need price for the butterfly, we need price to stall on at the 79 and then drop for that extension to 127, which we don't have in this instance. If we got to move this forward, we now see price starting to reject. Look at this area right here, it's pretty interesting. You could trade that as a base trade if you were watching this actively. But have a look at this, really nice resistance becomes support, then we come back, tag it as resistance, and we move all the way back down. Now what does this possibly look like? Okay, it looks like you may have a possible head and shoulders pattern here. So if we mark this out for you guys, so this is the potential left shoulder here, then we have the rally. Remember, this is the area that we moving into, that key area right here. This is the surge up into that key resistance area, and then we drop. Now just pay attention to this level in here. Okay, if we have a look at that 3280 on the 4-hour chart, have a look at the rejection here. We have price spike up. Always good to watch your different time frames. Have a look at the daily as well. Okay, so we get spike and rejects. Alright, so what we're looking for here is we're looking for a possible head and shoulders to set up, and I'm looking around this level here. Here again, you can always add in fibs if you want, but watch your support resistance levels or your dealing levels. Now if we zoom this up, you can see our prices really rejected nicely around this 3248 level, 3250, around about there. If we drop a fib from the high down to the low, just see where we are in terms of retracements. Okay, so what we have here at the moment is we've got a potential left shoulder. I'm going to pop this in here so you guys are all on the same page. So we've got that marked off there. Then we have up here we have the potential head. Okay, and now what we're looking for is we're looking at this rally. If we rally up, okay, we may not get that high, but if we rally up slightly higher here, I want to look at this area as a potential right shoulder. Okay, now what I will do is I'll just put a question mark there because we're not quite sure if it's going to get up there or not. Alright, now in terms of orders, you can see we have the 70.7 fib around the 32.51. We've also got this base here. Look at the high here, 32.50. So I'm going to put an order in to sell at 32.50. Okay, so we go to our platform and we go to pending orders, new pending order. We're going to sell. I'll keep it really simple and just trade it at a one standard lot. So 132.50 would be the area of interest, and we want to stop above the high. The high is 32.80. Have a look at the high here. The high is 32.35. Okay, so I want to put a stop just above that. 132. Let's go in at 80. Let's go to 90. So risk 40 points total. And I want to look at targeting around at these lows, around the 31.80 area. If we have a look at these lows in here, around 31.80, 85, good potential area to target. 31.85. Okay, let's see if we get filled. So price comes up, misses the level. This can be a bit frustrating. Leave your order in. Right, we've just been taken at 32.50. Let's go to open position. So open position right here, 32.50. We're carrying up 20 points. So where do we want to look at reducing risk? Now, depending on your objective, you could remove your risk already or take profits. Now, I really like this level here. I'm watching this. If price hits this level, 32.17, you can see this area of support resistance. I want to get my stop right down to break even, just in case price rallies back up to new highs. So 32.17. Let's just have a look at the 50. This is a 5-minute chart actually. I'm just going to put up a 15-minute chart here. 32.17. 32.17 from the hourly. There we go. So if price hits that 32.17 area, I want to get the stop to break even. Right. Just had price surge right through that, looking pretty bearish. We're up 45 points here again. Depending on objective, you could take profits. I'm going to modify the stop loss on this, so 32.50. Okay, that was the entry price. So we now have price at break even, and we're looking for a target down here. So let's see what happens. Very nice move down. We've just been filled, and if we have a look at the account history, we've just made 65 points on the trade. Okay, so very nice little trade. Let's just recap that on the hourly chart, or on the 4 hour. We have price rally up to a key zone of resistance up here. Didn't quite move into that fib level, but remember, these are zones. If we get patterns around here, we want to look to trade them short. Okay, key resistance on the hourly chart. We had this head and shoulders set up. Price rallied. You can see the surge up into the right shoulder here. Sold it on a limit order. You always stand the chance of missing the trades, but that's fine. There'll be plenty others along the way, and we look to target the lows. Okay, so that's a head and shoulders sim trade on the euro dollar.